tension and release for neoclassical guitar players. Okay, this is going to be for people who really want to get into that really dark sound. It's going to be for people who really want to get that dark, melodic, sort of classical Baroque style on the guitar. I'm going to show you how to do it. So in this video, pay attention, take some notes, and we'll get started. So one of the most important aspects of understanding neoclassical or Baroque style, or whatever you want to call it, is we need to grasp harmonic function, or rather chord function, within our key. Okay, so for this particular example, for this video today, we're going to be in the key of G minor, 2 flats in the key signature, relative major to B flat major. Okay, if that's easily understood, basically what we're going to do is we're going to look at what chords actually give you tension and what chords give you release, because both of them are essential for you to actually sound sophisticated and actually sound really, really good. So here we go. 2 chords are going to give you tension in the harmonic minor scale, okay? Because remember, when we got our 7 notes in the harmonic minor scale for G minor, take each of those notes in the scale and make triads out of them. So you're using root third fifth out of every single one of those. So if you end up doing that on the 5th scale degree, which is D, you have D, F sharp, A. That chord is going to give you a lot of tension, because if you hear it, you'll want to hear a nice resolution. With that being said, you can obviously also make it a 7, creating a dominant 7. The word dominant meaning 5th, okay? Meaning major 5th or 7 chord on the 5th. That's one of your tension chords, okay? And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it like this. On top of that, you're also going to learn about diminished. And then you're going to learn about how to release that tension, okay? So let's get it going. We obviously first should look at the home base key, which is G minor. So with G minor, all I want you to do is figure out where you can play a G minor chord on the fretboard, essentially. Obviously, you can do it like this, but the main ways of doing it is bar chord here, okay? The other main way is doing it here with a triad, or here, I guess you could say, and then, of course, over here. Okay, so those are the 3 shapes that we're going to use, and we're going to turn them into sweeps, essentially. Step number 1, I want you to use this shape right here. Okay, you can use the bigger version if you want to. Okay, and once you get through that shape, you're going to slide up to the 10. And again, you can use the smaller version and just do a 3-string sweep. And then you slide all the way up to 15. So you can see that every single arpeggio represents a full chord. That's pretty much what sweep picking is you're taking chord shapes that you usually strum and you're just turning them into sweeps, essentially. Now, obviously, you got to get really good at sweeping. You got to get faster. You got to really make sure that your technique is really, really on point. If you feel like you need help with sweep picking, pick slanting, all the harmony and the tonicization and all these weird terms of music theory and stuff, reach out to me. I have links below where you can do a free trial lesson. We'll work together on some stuff. It'll be a really good time. So take advantage of that while you can. The next step that we need to do is start outlining where the D chord is. Okay, so the D chord would be here, here, okay, and then here. Turn those into sweeps and we have this. Now, if that's understood, what you should start to notice is that for each minor chord for the tonic, there's a major dominant right by it. Just like that. So it's really easy to start slipping and sliding. Okay, so you can practice going through them individually as well as flipping between them. Anyways, the next step that obviously we need to understand is diminish, okay? To keep things really, really simple for you, the diminished triad is essentially a minor triad with a flatted fifth and as well as a flatted seventh, since we're going to be doing diminished 7. Easiest way to do it in minor is just to build it off of the raised 7. So the F sharp is where you can do your diminished, okay? So if we're on the high E string of the 2, that's essentially what I'm talking about. So building that triad, okay, going from G string down, it's 5, 4, 2, and then 5 on the pinky. And I always talk about how diminished is really awesome. If you haven't checked, go check out my diminished masterclass. It's a freaking awesome deep dive into everything diminished. But essentially, what you're going to do with diminished is when you hit some of these tension chords, like D major, they can be used simultaneously with diminished. Okay? Because they're almost the same chord. If you break it down really, really easy, it's D, F sharp, A, and C for the dominant, and the diminished would be F sharp, A, C, and then E flat. Okay, say almost the same chord, there's just a semitone difference, but they work really well on top of each other. So if you hear a dominant 7 chord, you can use diminished and it works really well. Then the same thing goes if you hear the diminished chord, you can use the dominant. Okay, so they work really well when you mix them and match them around like that. But what you need to practice is being able to understand how to go from one to the other really, really smooth and really, really slick across the fretboard. So one more time, so far we have all the tonic. Those can keep going in octaves. The dominant. And then we have the diminished. Okay, now from here, obviously what you can do is start mixing and matching your scales with these arpeggios and go in and out of them, creating really awesome melodies, things like that, using other techniques like pick slanting, tapping, anything like that that you want to use, selective picking. Those are really awesome that you can do too. And then the next step would be to start understanding how to use predominant chords. Okay, so the next step of predominant chords will be something that we will use in the next video for this G minor stuff. So for now, focus on using the tension and the release, and then I will see you guys in the next video.